Hello.
Hey, Joey, it's Rowan from Silver Tiger Media. How are you?
Great. How are you today? Good afternoon, sir.
Brilliant, thank you. What a great privilege to speak with you. Thanks very much for your time today.
Oh, you bet. You bet.
Now, for all Kings, it's beyond sensational. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, man. It's great to hear that, It's nice.
Oh, it's incredible stuff. I remarked to Scott a couple of weeks ago that it's the first time I've had to ditch and rewrite a review 3 times because I had difficulty describing what I was hearing. To hear such a magnificent band but at unprecedented levels of excellence is astounding. You must be so proud of it.
Well, when you make a record, it's just nice for me, when I don't even get to really hear the songs go down originally, I come in later as the songs are kind of buttoned up and I start making up shit as I go, even though I have a little bit of a boundary laid out, but it's just, at the end of the day, by mid-afternoon, we're going, wow, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I can't wait for these guys to hear this one, and I get to hear it for the first time. But all that's it's very exciting, and when you get something that's coming together nice and it sounds really cool and different, it's kind of what it's all about.
Most certainly, and of course you personally have been named #1 metal singer again and again, but now to have exceeded what seemed insurmountable, how? What drove you to such heights of excellence?
I just think there's a little bit more room to play around with stuff for me. I get a little bit of a chance. And again, I'm alone. I always say that nobody's there. And I get to explore a little bit, I get to be myself as if it was my own thing,
Yeah.
And it helps too, because you don't get limited, and I don't get to a point where I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, I just leave me alone and let me just do what I do and be adventurous, and me and Jay work together great.
Wow, that's brilliant. There must be a supreme satisfaction of sorts for you personally, especially your decision to return in 2010 and now for 2016 to reach the auspicious 35-year benchmark, celebrated by your finest work.
Well, thank you. With Anthrax Records, I hardly have a lot of room to do a whole lot of stuff, so it's nice to be able to just take a step forward, and move into something new and keep doing stuff new, and be a little bit more killer, from my end.
Oh, brilliant. It has to be right up there with performing Don't Stop Believing with Steel Panther back in 2012.
Yeah, that's cool.
But seriously, the tracks themselves are utterly tremendous. They're beyond anything Anthrax have put together before. Did you feel, putting lips to lyrics in the recording, that there was something next level, something very special about the songs themselves?
Well, I do think so fast that I don't even consider any meanings or anything. I'm just so busy just trying to really be on top of the song and just trying to find a really good feel for it and really getting a good grip on the flow of it. It's just that's half of the battle for me, and then really trying to come up with something that's catchy and has a good hook and great melody for myself. I just like something I can really just enjoy doing throughout the night too, on a live situation too. But obviously I'm not thinking about the live thing too much, but I also just want to do something that I can feel like while I'm doing it, it's coming together with some good, sharp take, Yeah,
that's a very interesting point, Joey, because the artwork by Alex Ross suits the album extremely well, because right from the outset, you feel like you're an integral component of the music, almost like it was you performing live when laying down the vocals. Do you visualize an audience when recording, or it really is just getting on with the job at hand?
Sometimes, you're going to go, wow, this is going to be a bitch.
Mm.
Some stuff isn't really all, really, even right now we're doing Evil Twin and Breathing Lightning. Those songs are just so bunched, the lyrics are bunched so together, you don't even have time to really even, wait on something. There's no waiting for anything. It's just wham, bam. And it's kind of like the old stuff too, but it's obviously a little bit more doable in some ways, you know. But it's just a lot. There's a lot of lyrics, you know, and it's fast. So I just know some stuff's going to be hard because, you know, it almost doesn't go hand in hand. I have to find a little bit different ways to get in and get out of parts. I mean, I almost don't even have a chance. The keys change so quick, especially in the early days. God, I mean, it was hard to find keys. Things move. The chord configurations change so much that I really had a rough time trying to lock in, you know, and be with the speed, and then spit out like some strange words that you might not even say, you know, ever. You know, so I don't even think about the meaning. And even sometimes now, I mean, I do feel it and know it, but things are happening so fast, so it's not like I'm doing a ballad and you're like, you know, pouring all your emotion. I'm always got emotion, so I don't even think about that part. You know, I'm always trying to make it. I have my own little feeling about it. It didn't even mean it doesn't even have to be about the song. I just know I got a good feel for it. You know, and I make up my own little thing. Like you might think some songs mean something else.
Yep.
But so be it. So be it. I like when people have their own little thoughts. I don't know, you know, and they think of something that pertains or feels like something or means something different to you.
Most certainly. And I have to ask, did you enjoy working with Jay Ruston? I understand he's a driving force in himself.
What I love about Jay, he's very complimentary. He's very subtle. Me and him don't have a lot of banter. Excuse me. And we also have a really good vision while doing it, and it's pretty quick. It's very organized, and it's a short day, and we finish a whole song with a lot of good takes by the end of the day, and it's not very long. Not like long ago, you go to midnight and you're burnt. You know, I don't even know what the hell I did. Half the time I do and I don't. You know, there's so many takes. I mean, we do a lot of takes now, but it's very organized. I mean, I can actually leave there knowing what I did. I hear it.
Brilliant.
So it's good. I mean, I love working with him. I mean, and I think he really, really pays attention to vocals more so than long ago. I don't think, for some reason, I think I got buried in some of that shit, you know? There wasn't enough attention. I mean, the vocals was cool, but man, we got a lot of guitar, we got the double bass going, man. You know, it's like, vocals are important, you know, and hell, if you can sing, why not showcase it? Put it out there, you know. It's like, I'm not trying to be like the lead singer bullshit, but it's, you want to hear vocals? I like your vocals.
Oh, absolutely.
You got them. Why not make it work? You know, put it out there.
Yeah, and they've come to the fore beautifully on this album. There's no two ways about it. And, of course, for a debut recording, it was a big deal for John, but he did a killer job.
Yeah, he really fits in nice. You know, I like his style. I mean, you know, he's into a lot of the same stuff I'm into. I mean, he really does fit in. I love the style. I like a good lead in a song. That's nothing. I mean, he likes good leads. I like good leads. We all like good leads. Not just something just to burn. You know, it fits and it's memorable. You know, which is good. It's tasty and it fits.
Fantastic. Now, you would be best qualified as a drummer to comment on Charlie. You did a brilliant job on this album, but how's he going with his hands? Well,
you know, he's just taking a break now. He was out for a little while to take a break. You know, just taking in moderation, you know. That's all. He seems to be doing okay when he's here. He's on, and then, you know, maybe that's the key is just to not overdo it, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. And in excess of 32 years of the kid with anthrax has got to take its toll, so we wish him relief and hopefully recovery.
Yeah, right.
But John Diddy has been doing a brilliant job stepping up on tour. I remember him performing at Soundwave back in 2013 here with you.
Yeah, he's right out with us right now. In fact, he's got a week out with us, and then Charlie come back. John's great. Fun dude to hang out with. He fits right in. He's almost like you don't have to explain. I mean, he knows the program in many, many ways, you know, so it's good.
Most certainly, and the better part of 5 years since the release of Worship Music, and it's been worth every second of wait. Do you have any technique to keep your voice conditioned in that time?
Well, I don't do anything in particular, but I guess with my cover band I have, I do keep busy singing, and I'm also get to play my drums because it's a three piece, and it's we do covers, and it's a wide range of stuff. I mean, from like the old '70s like Deep Purple to Zeppelin to Rush, to Triumph and Boston, Foreigner and Bad Company, and just a shitload of classic type singing. And I do a lot of that, so that's I guess that's my calisthenics of some sort, but I don't really do it for that. I just like to make noise, and I like to play other music and play songs, and it's just fun for me. Keeps me busy. But I don't do anything above and beyond. I guess I just kind of work at it. Just try harder, I do as much as I can to fulfill my needs of singing, And again, Anthrax doesn't always give me every bit that I would like as a singer. But
yeah.
I'm kind of in a tough, tight spot of trying to do stuff that's a little too slick,
Most certainly. We'll keep our fingers crossed for a headline tour of Australia very soon. In the meantime, we'll have to head to Syracuse and try and catch a show with Chief Big Way.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, it's a small joint where I am, and once I get on my drums, I can't even get out to go to the bathroom.
I'll bet. Yeah, let's fill up quickly.
We play small. It's small places. I'm trying not to self-promote, but it's what I do on the side. It just, like I said, I'm not sitting home and doing anything. I like to keep doing music, so it keeps me busy.
I honestly can see how it is great rehearsal or practice for you to keep conditioned. I mean, to play the drums as well as you do, but also your vocals are incredible. I mean, you're sort of hunched over at the kit at the microphone, but still sound so brilliant.
Yeah, it's fun because a lot of it doesn't have anything to do with one another. It's completely different timing. Singing to Tom Sawyer and playing drums doesn't have anything to do with it. It's completely different. And again, I get to do different styles, so that kind of broadens my just my style. Keeps me going, and it's great to interact with people. I mean, just to jam and just to know how to for timing. It's like a lot of people, they don't know what it's like to be in a band and try to constantly try to work together and know how to play together. And Anthrax was always a challenge because the stuff is so busy, and to sing and play, and it's loud, and everything kind of goes hand in hand. If you work at it, you can get much better at it. You can't just sit on the stuff. So I like to keep challenging myself, musically.
The more I listen to For All Kings, the more I feel that you're all driving each other to new heights. Was there a feeling of lifting each other's work?
There's no doubt. I mean, again, I'm not really there to structure a lot of the ideas. I mean, I'd love to be a part of that, and at the same time, I don't know if it'll ever happen just because we're just we're locked into a system that we do. But then when I come in, I'm just ready. I mean, I can speak for myself just because I like to try to make it really cool and that much better, where people are like, in awe over it. That's kind of the drive. I mean, there's a lot of variety. I mean, we really have a lot of good ideas. I mean, I think we're not limited in a lot of things. I mean, people, I think, maybe think that we only use one style, but we have a lot of great influences and things that we can provide as musicians. I think so. That comes out.
It does come out very well, and especially in the order of the tracks. I mean, you get to the end of the album, and you can't help but feel that every track was better than the one before, and you have to replay the album to check. Do you have a great deal of consideration when it comes into the track listing? Do you get personal input? Yeah,
well, it takes a while. You need to listen to it a lot. You need to listen to the whole thing. And then, and just sit back and try to find out. It's like a set list, Yeah, I think it's great because you want to have something you can live with. It definitely takes some time to get that right track listing. So stuff is in, maybe similarity in the tempos and the keys and stuff, and that kind of things takes I'm sure a lot of people have that same thought too, but not that it's any mystery. But yeah, we definitely can consider the running order as a real important.
Most certainly, and I must ask you briefly about Evil Twin. Really, you were in France with Slayer just weeks before. The track just seems so much more relevant now after the tragedy at Le Bataclan.
Yeah, right. Well, jeez. I mean, a lot of the topics are relevant, you know. A lot of relevancies and everything. Unfortunately, who wants to know? You know, it's tough going, you know, on some of this stuff. It's really, I mean, who knows how to really explain this stuff? I kind of scratch my head a lot of times when over this. It's just, who would think we'd be talking about this stuff, you know?
Most certainly, and putting it on a positive note, you played live relentlessly and faithfully. Is there a particular show that really stands out as being of paramount importance to you personally over the years?
Over the years, God, I mean, there's been, you know, any of those big fours. I mean, Yankee Stadium was one. The first time we played Donington in '87 was really a really great moment. Poland, we did Woodstock in Poland, third Woodstock. I mean, you know, just there's tons. I mean, I'm not leaving out many shows. There's been some, just over the years, it's been some really, really super cool to, you know, to play these. I mean, the Hammersmith Odeon, you know, doing a couple nights there was really sharp. You know, there's a lot of cool things that we've done.
Most certainly, without doubt, and hopefully there's some more of that will be coming to Australia very soon.
Yeah.
Joey, thank you very much for this album. I honestly cannot wait to see the reactions of the public come February 26th. It's going to be phenomenal. A number one album that's I've heard in January. It's incredible.
Thank you. Well, it's a good vibe. I appreciate you sharing it with me.
A pleasure indeed, and thank you very much for your time today, Joey. It's been a thorough pleasure.
You bet, man. We'll take her easy there.
We will indeed. Take care, Joey.
Peace, brother. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.